The wraps are off. Scuderia Ferrari just unleashed their 72nd Formula One car, the SF-26, onto the hallowed tarmac of Fiorano circuit. This isn't just another car launch, my friends. What we witness today is a seismic shift, a complete reset for the entire sport. I'm telling you, the implications are staggering, and you need to hear the truth about what this means for the upcoming season. For years, we've watched Ferrari grapple with the complexities of Formula One, battling for that elusive Constructors' Championship since 2008. Now, with the SF-26, they are not just competing, they are making a statement. This car is a radical departure forced by the most aggressive regulatory overhaul we've seen in 25 years. It's a gamble, yes, but one they absolutely had to take. What I find truly fascinating, even shocking, is the sheer audacity of Ferrari's approach. This isn't evolution, it's revolution. And you might be surprised to learn just how much has changed, not just under the hood, but in the very philosophy of how these cars will attack the track. Forget everything you thought you knew about Formula One. Team principal Fred Vasseur himself called these the biggest regulation changes in 25 years. He's not wrong. Every single element, from the chassis to the engine, the battery, the tires, even the sporting rules, has been put through a grinder and rebuilt. This is a brand new era, and Ferrari is trying to define it. But can they truly master such a monumental shift? The stakes couldn't be higher. Ferrari finished a disappointing 4th place in the 2025 Constructors' standings. Lewis Hamilton, in his final season with Mercedes, endured a winless, podiumless year, a stark contrast to his legendary career. Now he's in red, and the pressure is immense. His very first laps in the SF-26 today felt like a moment of destiny. I've been poring over every detail, every leaked spec, every whispered rumor about this machine. And what I'm seeing is a car designed for an entirely different kind of fight. This isn't a tweak, it's a reimagining. And the first shakedown laps by Lewis Hamilton himself today at Fiorano just confirmed what many of us suspected. This car is unlike anything we've witnessed before. But what does this truly mean for the championship battle? Can Ferrari, with Hamilton and Leclerc at the helm, finally end their drought? Or will these radical changes open the door for another team to dominate? The answers lie deep within the shocking technical details of the SF-26, which I'm about to reveal to you right now. Let me tell you, the first thing that hits you about the SF-26 is its aggressive adherence to the new 2026 FIA regulations. These rules demand lighter cars, a full 77 kilograms lighter than before, bringing the total weight, including driver, coolant, and oil, down to a mere 770 kilograms. That's a massive reduction. What I think this means is a return to more agile, more physically demanding racing. Lighter cars are inherently twitchier, requiring finer inputs and incredible precision from the drivers. This could play right into the hands of experienced, adaptable drivers like Lewis Hamilton and Charles Leclerc. But it also opens up new avenues for mistakes. But here's where it gets truly revolutionary. The new regulations have abandoned ground effect aerodynamics as we knew them, pushing teams towards cleaner lines and a ruthless focus on efficiency. Loic Serra, Ferrari's chassis technical director, made it clear. He said it required a complete rethink of architecture. This is not an exaggeration. My understanding of this suggests Ferrari has gone all in on active aerodynamics. We're talking about movable wings, dynamic surfaces, all working in concert to manage drag on the straights and maximize downforce in the corners. This isn't just about speed, it's about intelligent, adaptive performance. It's a game changer and a massive technical challenge. Now, let's talk about the heart of the beast, the Ferrari Euro 676 power unit. This is where the complexity truly explodes. It's still a 1,600 cubic centimeter, 90-degree V6 turbocharged engine with an 80mm bore, 53mm stroke, and 4 valves per cylinder. Direct injection pushes up to 350 bar, and the turbo spins at a mind-boggling 150,000 revolutions per minute. But here's the kicker. the ERS system, the MGU-H, that incredibly complex energy recovery component, is gone, vanished. Instead, the MGU-K, the motor generator unit kinetic, has been massively boosted to 350 kilowatts, a huge jump from prior eras. This is a fundamental shift in how power is generated and deployed. Enrico Gualtieri, Ferrari's power unit director, articulated this perfectly when he spoke of a clear shift in philosophy, adding immense complexity to energy management. What I'm hearing is that this new ERS system, with its lithium-ion battery pack, minimum 35 kilograms, 4 megajoules max state of charge delta, and 9 megajoules max charging energy, will demand entirely new strategies. You see, this isn't just about raw power anymore. It's about how drivers manage that energy throughout a lap, throughout a race. It's a constant dynamic puzzle. Charles Leclerc himself stressed the driver's critical role in this energy adaptation. This will separate the good from the truly great, the drivers who can optimize this new system to perfection. The chassis itself features the familiar carbon fiber composite honeycomb with halo, pushrod suspension front and rear, Brembo carbon brakes, and an 8-speed longitudinal Ferrari gearbox. These are the building blocks, but how they integrate with the active aero and the new power unit is where Ferrari's genius or folly will be revealed. What they don't want you to know is the sheer scale of the optimization challenge. Every single component, every millimeter of the SF-26 has been scrutinized and redesigned to work in harmony with these radical new regulations. This is where Ferrari's extended concept phase, highlighted by Loic, becomes so crucial. They needed that time. My analysis suggests that the robust architecture mentioned by Ferrari for in-season flexibility is not just marketing speak, it's a critical design principle for 2026. With such massive rule changes, teams will be learning and adapting rapidly. The ability to quickly implement updates and changes could be the difference between winning and losing. Now let's talk about the visual shock. After 7 years, the glorious glossy Rosso Scuderia Red is back. It's inspired by the 2025 Monza livery, but it's more than just a color. It's a statement. Prominent white accents on the cockpit and engine cover create a stunning visual contrast, and the driver's suits match with white shoulders and collars. This return to a more traditional, vibrant red, after years of matte finishes, signals a renewed confidence, a desire to stand out. It's part of the drama, part of the spectacle. It screams Ferrari, but a Ferrari reborn. I find this fascinating because it's a subtle psychological play. As much as an aesthetic choice, it tells you they mean business. But the biggest question, the one everyone is asking, is about the drivers. Lewis Hamilton, wearing the number 44, completed those first 5 shakedown laps at Fiorano today. 5 laps, no major issues reported, just initial data collection. But it felt monumental. This is the start of his Ferrari story, and it begins with the most radical car of his career. Hamilton called these the biggest regulation change he's seen in his entire career. Think about that for a second. This is a 7-time world champion, a man who has adapted to countless rule changes. For him to say this, it underlines the monumental task ahead. His ability to adapt to this new energy management philosophy will be paramount. Charles Leclerc, his teammate, was also present at the unveil, observing the shakedown. His focus, too, is on energy adaptation. This isn't just about driving fast, it's about driving smart. It's about maximizing every joule of energy, every millisecond of active aero deployment. It's a new kind of Formula One driver we're about to witness. What I'm hearing from the paddock is that the initial feedback from Hamilton was positive, but guarded. 5 laps is barely enough to scratch the surface. The real test comes in pre-season testing, and then, of course, on track in Australia. But for now, the mood in Maranello is one of cautious optimism, tinged with the immense pressure of expectation. The competitive implications are staggering. Red Bull and Mercedes, the dominant forces of recent years, now face a truly level playing field, or perhaps an entirely new, tilted one. Ferrari has taken a bold, aggressive stance with the SF-26. Will it pay off, or will they have simply jumped too far, too fast? Atsuitis, that's the million-dollar question. This isn't just about Ferrari. It's about the entire grid. Every team is grappling with these new regulations, trying to find their own interpretation, their own edge. But Ferrari, with its rich history and renewed ambition, has chosen to make a very public, very dramatic statement right out of the gate. This changes everything. The design prioritizing in-season flexibility via robust architecture is a critical detail. Ferrari knows this isn't a static fight. The development race in 2026 will be as intense as the racing itself. They are building a car that can evolve, a car that can be tweaked and adapted as the season unfolds, or rather, as it begins to unfold. We've seen teams struggle with major regulation changes before, getting it wrong from the start and playing catch-up all season. Ferrari is aiming to avoid that trap. They want to be at the forefront, leading the development, not chasing it. This is a deliberate, calculated strategy that could either crown them champions or leave them further behind. So what does all this mean for the road ahead? The SF-26 has been unveiled. Lewis Hamilton has completed his first laps. The initial data is being analyzed. But this is just the very beginning, and the real work starts now, in the weeks leading up to the season opener. Ferrari will be pushing every boundary, every limit, to extract every ounce of performance. The March 8th season opener in Australia is looming large. That's when we'll truly see the SF-26, and indeed all the 2026 cars, in their competitive element. That's when the rubber truly meets the road, and we find out which teams have nailed these monumental regulation changes and which have fallen short. Ferrari's goal is clear: to end that constructors' drought since 2008 and the drivers' title drought since Kimi Raikkonen in 2007, after a fourth-place finish in 2025. The pressure is immense. The SF-26 is their answer, their declaration of intent. My perspective is this: Ferrari has done everything they can on paper. They've embraced the new philosophy, integrated their power unit and chassis with a complete rethink, and put their faith in two of the most talented drivers on the grid. They have laid the groundwork for success, but the execution, as always, will be key. The immediate future will be dominated by intense data analysis from those shakedown laps, followed by rigorous preseason testing. Every single parameter of the SF-26 will be pushed to its absolute limit. Teams will be looking for vulnerabilities, for advantages, for any hint of what their rivals have achieved or missed. Key areas to watch for Ferrari will be the real-world performance of that active aerodynamic system. Does it deliver the efficiency and downforce balance they've designed for? And how quickly can Lewis Hamilton and Charles Leclerc master the intricate energy management required by the new ERS? These are the crucial elements. The SF-26 is more than just a racing car. It's a symbol. It's a testament to Ferrari's ambition, their daring, and their unwavering pursuit of glory. It represents a new chapter for Formula One, one where innovation and adaptation will define the champions. The implications for the sport are truly monumental. I'm telling you, this is the story that matters right now. The unveiling of the SF-26 marks a turning point, not just for Ferrari, but for the entire Formula One world. The battle lines for 2026 have been drawn, and the stage is set for what promises to be one of the most unpredictable and thrilling seasons in recent memory. This is the truth about the Ferrari SF-26. It's a car built on the edge of innovation, a vehicle designed to challenge the very fabric of Formula One. The question is, will it be a championship winner, or will its radical nature prove too much? We will find out soon enough. Stay tuned, because the drama is just beginning.